Okay, so when you think of Kung Fu, what first comes to mind? Is it like the really graceful, powerful movements? Or maybe those huge cinematic battles you see in films? Or is it something deeper, like ancient wisdom?
Yeah, it conjures up a lot of different images, doesn't it?
It really does. And today we're doing a deep dive into something pretty unexpected, actually. We're looking at how all those elements, the physical, the cultural, the philosophical, come together in a university honors seminar.
Right, we've got hold of a real course syllabus, and it's fascinating.
We're going to unpack how this unique class mixes serious academic work with actual hands-on Kung Fu practice. It's not just what they teach, but, how they pull off this kind of blend.
Exactly. And our mission really is to show how a university can take something like Kung Fu and treat it as this multifaceted thing, way more than just a martial art. It's about culture, society, history. It kind of redraws the lines of what academic study can be.
Absolutely. So as we go through this syllabus with you, keep in mind this isn't just about learning some flashy moves. It's about getting into the what, why, and how of Kung Fu. It's kind of a shortcut to seeing its surprising depth all through the lens of this, pretty unique course. Okay, let's dig in.
Let's do it.
So the first thing that jumped out at me was the actual title. HONR 3331, Honors Culture and Society Seminar Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Honors tells you right away, okay, this is serious academically. But then Kung Fu, it makes you think, wait, this isn't just like a gym class?
Oh, definitely not. It's much deeper. The course description itself spells it out. It's about examining the history and culture surrounding Kung Fu.
Okay.
And its roots and spread in the U.S., how it's shown in the media and movies, even the anatomy of Kung Fu. The muscles and mechanics behind the movements.
Wow.
So it really takes it seriously as an academic subject. It challenges that idea of what scholarly means, doesn't it?
It really does. And yet, right alongside all that brain work, there's a very clear physical part. The syllabus says, part of the class will be an introduction to the physical art of Kung Fu. Students need to be ready for intense activity, things like Kung Fu forms or drills and basic self-defense exercises, but, and this is important, says, no fighting will take place in the class.
Right, that's a key distinction. It's practice, discipline, the forms, not actual combat or sparring.
So, managing expectations there.
And the way it's taught is interesting, too. You've got Dr. Rebecca Lewis. She's the official university instructor handling the academic side.
Okay.
But the physical stuff, that happens off campus at a local Kung Fu school, Reader's Kung Fu.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, taught by Marty Reader, who it's called Sifu Reader. And the syllabus explicitly notes he's not SHSU affiliated.
So they're bringing in outside expertise.
Exactly. It's like bridging the gap between the university and real-world hands-on knowledge. Sort of breaks down those traditional campus walls.
Yeah, that's a great point. And it goes further because students in the seminar can actually go to Sifu Reader's regular classes outside the seminar time.
Right, for extra practice.
For a reduced rate, it says $5 a class. That's pretty smart, encouraging them to really immerse themselves if they want to.
Yeah.
It blurs those lines between the course and, ongoing practice.
Definitely encourages commitment. And then there's the required reading.
Ah, yes. What are they reading?
It's called Sifu Reader's Big Book of Sansu Stuff. Kung Fu Sansu Lineage and Philosophy.
Okay. Sansu stuff, specific.
Very specific. It tells you right away this is the particular style, Kung Fu Sansu, that they're focusing on. And they're getting the philosophy and history straight from the source, from their instructor's lineage.
Which makes sense given he's teaching the physical part.
Exactly.
And his assignments, they really seem designed to connect the thinking and the doing, like these regular journal entries.
On the journals. Yeah.
300 to 400 words after every class, due on Sundays. And they're not just like diaries of how sore they are. They have to summarize the lectures and practical exercises.
Right. So it forces them to reflect on both sides of it, the theory and the practice and how they connect. It's about processing the whole experience.
Active reflection, yeah. Not just sitting back.
Then there's a movie review. They actually watch a Kung Fu movie in class. The schedule mentions 36 Chambers of Shaolin as a possibility.
A classic.
Right. And then they have to write a paper about how Kung Fu is portrayed in popular culture.
Ah, the media analysis angle. That's crucial.
Totally. Getting them to think critically about how this tradition is represented or maybe misrepresented in movies and TV.
Makes sense. And then it all builds towards a final paper.
Yeah, due near the end of the semester, focusing on the history and philosophy of Kung Fu.
So after all the training, the reading, the movie analysis, they have to synthesize it all into a proper scholarly paper.
Exactly. It ties everything together, bringing it back to the academic core of the seminar.
Okay, so that covers the academic side pretty thoroughly. What about the physical demands? You mentioned drills and forms.
Right. The syllabus lists 4 practical exams.
Like physical tests.
Yep. Where students have to actually demonstrate the Kung Fu forms or self-defense applications that they have learned. So it's not just about knowing about it. You have to be able to do it. Embodied knowledge, you could say.
You can really picture that. Intense.
And the schedule gives you a glimpse of what they learn physically. It's very structured. They start with basics. Sunrise 0 and 1, basic stances, short forms 1 to 3, something called asus.
Okay, foundational stuff.
Then they progress through the base form in stages, moves 1 through 6, then 7 through 12, and so on, up to 26 moves.
Building complexity.
Definitely. And then they get into more specialized things. Ground proofing, standing grappling, leverages, CHINA 1-2, which is about joint locks and grappling.
Right, Chin-Na.
Takedowns, power methods. It all leads towards general self-defense at the end. It's a really methodical buildup of skills.
Sounds comprehensive. And I bet participation is key.
Oh, absolutely non-negotiable. The syllabus is strict. Be there, stay the whole time, and physically participate as instructed.
And consequences if you don't.
Big ones. An unexcused absence knocks 30 points off your final grade.
Wow, okay.
It really drives home that discipline aspect, It's like martial arts training, showing up consistently is fundamental. It's a real commitment.
You can't just coast.
No way.
Yeah.
And even the practical rules reflect this. Things like phones and electronics should be turned off and put away before class. Basic stuff, but important for focus in that kind of setting.
Sure, no distractions.
And obviously you need flexible clothing you can move in freely. These aren't just suggestions. They're necessary for actually doing the work safely and effectively.
Right, practical necessities.
No.
Now, shifting gears slightly to the course mechanics, one thing really stood out.
What's that?
The policy on late work. It just says, no late work is ever accepted, period.
Wow, that's blunt.
Isn't it? No wiggle room. It feels like it echoes that same discipline, that same commitment demanded by the physical training. No excuses.
That's a really good point. It reinforces that sense of accountability you find in traditional martial arts training. Miss a deadline, miss a training session, there are consequences.
Yeah, it sets a tone.
And while this class has this unique off-campus physical component, it's still clearly part of the university structure.
How so?
Well, the syllabus carefully includes all the standard university policies. Things like academic dishonesty rules, classroom conduct, ADA accommodations for students with disabilities, religious holiday observance.
Ah, okay. All the boilerplate stuff, but
Yeah.
important.
Exactly. It shows that even though it's innovative and partly held elsewhere, it's still operating under the university's official rules and values. It has to maintain academic integrity, accessibility, all of that.
So it's integrated, not totally separate.
Right. It demonstrates how you can innovate within the established framework.
Okay, so wrapping this up, looking back at this whole syllabus, what does it all really tell us? This deep dive, for me, it's revealed this really interesting holistic approach. It's this blend of serious thinking and serious physical work. It goes way beyond just learning about Kung Fu or even just learning the moves. It demands both together.
It really does. And it makes you think, doesn't it, about learning in general. Does this kind of demanding integrated course tell us something about the best way to really get under the skin of a complex subject?
Like whether it's martial arts or science or history.
Right. Could combining that hands-on practical experience with the rigorous academic study,
Yeah.
could that deepen our understanding in, well, pretty much any field?
That's a great question. For you listening, after hearing about this unique Kung Fu course,
Yeah.
what's maybe one subject you'd want to deep dive into using both theory and practice? Something to chew on.
Definitely something to think about.